Hello my dear church boys and welcome back to Saint Robert's Daygame podcast. In this podcast episode we are going to talk about 4 types of daygamers, or rather 4 phases daygamers go through in their daygame journey. We're going to talk about how you can understand in which phase you are right now, what your strongest suits are, what your biggest mistakes probably are, and what exactly you should focus on to get to the next level. If you're new to my podcast, then I am Saint Robert. I've been coaching guys from literally all over the world about dating and daygame for around 4 years now, and for the last 2.5 years I've been living from Airbnb to Airbnb, traveling the world, looking for cities with the hottest girls in the world, and also looking for 3 cities around the world where I would like to live a few months each year. A quick update before we get into today's episode. After spending almost 3 months in Argentina and finding some places where the girls were even hotter than in Ukraine, I would say sadly leaving this country. I'm going to Colombia because I am coaching a student there, and after Colombia I am slowly moving back to Europe, maybe with a stop in the USA, maybe straight to Europe. So if you want to work with me in Colombia, I will have 1 coaching spot there, or if you want to do something in USA, send me a message as well. You can find out more about my coaching by clicking the link in the description. And now let's start talking about 4 phases daygamers go through in their daygame journey. And they're gonna be the inspired, the obsessed, baby Casanova, and Deacon. Let's go. And we will start with the first phase, and I call this phase the inspired. So what is the inspired daygamer like? Well, he has seen some infield videos, he has seen that there is such a thing as AA, he has already overcome AA, so we're not talking about guys who are still kind of just watching videos and not going out. The inspired guy is already going out, he has that spark in his eyes, he watches a ton of infield videos on YouTube, but he also watches a ton of other content, a mix of everything. The inspired guy talks to other daygamers, all types of daygamers. He will talk and go out with almost any daygamer as long as he can talk about game, as long as he can meet other people. Some of these guys go out once in a while, some of these guys go out a ton. Most of them are not doing enough sets though. As far as the results go, well, they're probably getting some numbers here and there, but mostly that's where it ends. But don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with this phase. They have overcome the AA, they are getting some numbers, and because of this initial success, they see the guys on the YouTube videos or in fields and they think, oh my god, one day I will be like these guys, I'm so amazing. The sad truth is most of the inspired guys will never become good daygamers because the mistakes they are making are massive. So if you realize that, hey, this kind of sounds like me, I've overcome AA, I'm getting some numbers, but that's kind of it, then well, let's talk about the mistakes that you probably are making. So the first mistake the inspired guys are making, they're watching bad content, they're watching too much content. They are watching, for example, in fields, and I'm not a big fan of watching in fields. In fields for a beginner will get you inspired to go out, will get you inspired to take action, but as far as learning, you're not gonna learn a lot from in fields. In fields are good for learning if you are an intermediate daygamer and want to get to advanced level. Then I think infields from great daygamers are really good. If you haven't noticed, then I don't post infields for several reasons. Number 1 is I don't think they're that helpful. YouTube is full with shitty infields. There are some good infields online, but I haven't seen any good infields on YouTube. Oh, and the other reason why I don't post infields is, well, I have 4 sisters and I wouldn't feel good seeing an infield with my sister on YouTube. So number 1, they're watching a lot of infields. Other types of content they're watching, they shouldn't be watching, is content on inner game, and you know that all the crap about natural game. These guys, the inspired guys, they don't understand how to know which content is really good and is gonna help them, and which content only looks good, has good production behind them, but is actually created only to sell you very kind of crazy courses, crazy products, and the video itself isn't actually helping them. And before you start screaming and clicking away from this video, saying, oh yeah, if I like infields, infields are great, inner game is good, natural game is good. Well, I have a very simple way to explain my opinion about what is good content, what is bad content. I meet daygamers all the time on my travels, yes? And every daygamer I meet is a fan of some YouTube channel, a fan of some coach, a fan of something else. And what I do is well, they will tell me who they're a fan of. That's like vegans. Vegans will always tell you like, oh, I'm vegan, just as soon as you start talking to them. Nothing wrong with being a vegan. So they will always tell me who they like. But then I will look at their results. And I have yet to see someone who is a fan of inner game and natural game and all of that stuff that is actually really good at day game, except a very small percentage of exceptions of guys that are really good looking or have really high SMV and are have good social skills even before they try the game. So most day gamers that I meet who are big fans of inner game and natural game, they're actually really bad day gamers. And most day gamers that I've met that are really good are big fans of structured games. So that's where my opinion comes from. Mistake number 2 the inspired day gamers are making is they're hanging out with the wrong day gamers. They will hang out with anyone, with guys that aren't taking action, with guys that like to talk a lot, discuss game a lot, but they're not doing sets. If you need a wing in the beginning to go out with because it's easier for you to overcome AA, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you are doing a lot of sets and your wings are doing a lot of sets. If you are going out with guys that aren't doing a lot of sets, aren't getting any results, you are going out with the wrong guys, and that's one of the biggest mistakes you're making as an inspired day gamer. And the third mistake the inspired daygamers are making, they think they know something. And because of that, when a good daygamer, someone with much more experience, much more lays, gives them tips like stop watching infield, stop watching this YouTuber, stop watching these products, focus on this exact thing in your sets. These beginner daygamers are arguing with better daygamers who are helping them completely for free, just being nice to them. Yeah, and what happens because of that, the good daygamers will simply after a while stop hanging out with them and they will kind of start avoiding them like plague. They will say hi when they run into each other on a street, but then the good daygamer will have a reason to leave and he will just leave. So if you are not getting great results yet, if you aren't getting laid yet a lot, then listen to what the better daygamers are telling to you. They know what they're talking about. They've been around longer. They're getting laid. So listen to advice from bigger, better daygamers. The biggest kind of takeaway about inspired daygamers is they have taken action, they have overcome AA, and they were starting to do sets and they're getting some numbers, but they don't know much yet. And the biggest tip I can give to these guys is listen to better daygamers. Listen, if a better daygamer suggests you watch some video, you watch some video. Whatever they tell you, treat them like gods. If an inspired daygamer does the right things and listens to the right advice and watches the right material, he will progress very fast to the next phase. If he doesn't, he will stay in this phase forever. I've met daygamers who have moved from this phase very fast and become good daygamers, and I've met daygamers who for years are still inspired and still aren't getting results. But now let's talk about the next phase in the development of a daygamer. The obsessed. The obsessed daygamer, well, this guy is a real daygamer. And now let's look at what the obsessed daygamer is like. Let's look at some things I've written down about them. Well, he goes out consistently 3 to 4 times a week. He watches decent content, doesn't watch a lot of infields, talks to many daygamers, some good, some bad, that's fine. But the most important thing is the obsessed has developed a style of game that works for him. He has noticed, he has recognized his strong suits. Maybe he's really good at teasing as one of my first wings, Batman, or maybe he's really good at fast escalation or something else. He has found his strong suits and he's focusing on them. Okay, this guy is starting to get laid, but the results are not really consistent, and that is very, very frustrating, because the highs of the day game are high when you are at this phase and the lows are low. Sometimes you have crazy months with many lays, and sometimes you have several months with no lays and you don't know what you're doing. You're going crazy. And they can't understand why, because they don't really know the exact mistakes they are making. I would say the obsessed phase is the learning phase. That's where you actually learn most in your day game journey. These guys are also giving advice left and right in the group chats. For example, in our group chat, we have almost 300 guys from all over the world. By the way, if you want to join the group chat, just go to my website, strobert.blog, join a mailing list, and in a welcome email, you will get an invitation link to join the group chat on the Telegram app. So we have guys that are the obsessed day gamers. They're giving advice left and right. And because they're giving so much advice, a lot of people respect them, but 75% of that respect isn't really justified with good advice. The most advice they're giving isn't that great yet. So 75, I would say, is from guys like them or way worse, but the better Daygamers understand that they're making a lot of mistakes. But still, some of the advice they are giving out, some of the advice is actually pretty decent. And when it comes to how much time these guys are spending on day game, well, the obsessed day gamer, I named it obsessed for a reason. These guys spend most of their free time day gaming. The one big mistake the obsessed day gamer is making, he's questioning the content he's watching. He isn't watching the bad content that we talked about before anymore, but the videos he is watching, he is kind of saying, oh, I agree with this, I don't agree with that, I agree with this, I don't agree with that. Well, again, you are getting better, but if these videos, if the guy who makes these videos helped you get to where you are now, he probably knows what he's saying, so stop questioning these videos, stop questioning better day gamers, just do whatever the videos tell you to do. And 3 tips I want to give to the obsessed day gamers so they can reach the next phase. Number 1, record your sets, but don't record all of the session and then go home and listen to 10 sets, because then you will realize, oh, I need to focus on these 7 things, and then you go out the next time and you forget all of those 7 things. You will maybe focus on one of those things. Instead, do a set, record the set, and listen back to the recorded set right after you do it, and then you will know that, oh, my voice was a little bit too high, so in the next set I should focus on my voice to bring it lower, speaking slower, etc. So listen back to each set right after you do it. Tip number 2, get help from and listen to better daygamers. Daygamers that have many lays, that have good open to lay ratios, not just guys that seem good because they give a lot of advice. Listen to guys that are actually getting decent results. If these guys are talking to you and giving you advice, then you treated them really, really well. Congratulations. And tip number 3, it's time to start opening the hottest girls you see. I know that for these guys, they're getting some results. They don't have a lot of AA, they can open a lot of girls, but they sometimes are scared with the hottest girls they see. So at this phase, one thing you really can do is open the hottest girls you see around you. And now let's talk about the 3rd phase in the evolution of a daygamer, the baby Casanova. Okay, baby Casanovas. Well, these guys are good. I would say they have at least 8 daygame lays. I would say 8 daygame lays is when you can say, okay, I understand the basics of daygame, I can go out and I can get laid. So they have at least 8 daygame lays. Some of these guys go out all the time, others not that regularly anymore. You will see a little bit later why. They mostly don't watch a lot of content. If they do, then they watch specific technical stuff from whoever's videos help them get where they are right now. Some of them will start watching infills at this point, because if you want to get from an intermediate day gamer to like a really good day gamer, one thing you can do is watch infills, but you already have to be pretty decent and you have to know which infills are really good, and almost none of the infills on YouTube are any good at all. Most infills on YouTube, as I said before, are complete rubbish. these guys, most of them or a lot of them, are spending as much time as the obsessed day gamer on going out and day gaming and going on dates, etc. These guys are also probably going on day game trips. They know other great day gamers that they've met over time. Many of these guys quit day gaming because they found like a good circle of regulars, and they kind of stopped pursuing this habit as obsessively, or whatever term you want to use. Or maybe they've started a relationship, but in most cases they've started a relationship too soon. It's a trap of relationships because these guys are finally starting to get more girls, maybe some hotter girls, like higher quality girls. And yes, they will start a relationship with the girl that maybe they didn't have access to before, but it's still too early. The level they can get can be so much better. And in most of these cases, the relationships they are starting will be with girls that are a little bit older than they are. If these guys are in like, let's say mid-20s, then sometimes a chick who is maybe 30, really good looking and understands, oh, this guy's really high value, she will know what to do. She will be so amazing. She'll be much better than what he's used to. So it's kind of tricky. I would say you can get way better girls, much more interesting, much more beautiful if you keep working on your day game journey. But at this point, if they find someone they really like and they say, well, I wanted to day game for a year or two and then I wanted to find a nice girl and then settle down, that's fine with me. I totally respect that. I understand that. These guys are also getting a lot of respect in online communities that they are part of, and I would say 50% of that respect is very well deserved. There is a lot of good advice that these guys can give. For example, in our group chat, we have kind of like a hierarchy. There is the Saint Robert, trigger happy person who loves banning everyone who does something ridiculous in the group chat. But then we have Deacons and we have baby Casanovas. And baby Casanovas are guys that actually have at least day game plays. That's how you become a baby Casanova in our group chat. You just prove yourself by the number of plays you have. You behave very well in the kind of how we behave in our group chat. You help to sustain this beautiful environment that we've created, and these guys are giving out good advice most of the times. And 50%, as I said, of that respect is very well deserved. And now the biggest mistake that baby Casanovas are making, most of them are one-trick ponies. They have their style of game that works, they do one type of sets and then in one specific environment, and they're good at that, but that's it. And this leads us to the advice I usually give to baby Casanovas. If you are a one-trick pony, if you're good in one scenario, then expand your game to different scenarios. For example, go on day game trips if you aren't doing that. Or a lot of baby Casanovas don't like doing 2 sets and 3 sets and stuff like that just because it's outside of the copy-paste box they are in. So if you want to get better, then you will have to start doing 2 sets, 3 sets, going to day game trips, maybe games sometimes in some bars. If you go out with friends and you see a cute chick at some table, just go up, say hi. Or if you're going out for some coffee and you see a cute chick at a coffee shop, just go say hi. Try gaming in very different scenarios. And also, if you have a few regulars, try setting up threesomes, because when you bring together 2 girls, it's a very interesting dynamic where you kind of have to work with both of them. And again, being in scenarios that are outside of the box that you are probably pretty good at teaches you so many things. And then when you see new scenarios in your day game, in your day game sets or whatever happens, you know what to do because of exposing yourself to different situations. You've seen that before. Or the second is because you've seen so many different scenarios that you had to adjust to, you also develop this skill of adjusting to new things on a go, on the fly. Baby Casanovas are amazing day gamers. Most of them are pretty cool dudes because you have to be a pretty cool dude or become a pretty cool dude if your social skills grow so much. And now let's talk about the 4th phase of an evolution of a day gamer. In our group chat, we call them Deacons. Well, Deacons have good game. When they go on day game trips, they will find ways to get laid in almost any city almost any country they go to. They have 30 or more day game lays. They have done crazy adventures. Like, I don't know, they can probably set up a threesome if they wanted to. They are very respected in our group chat, and whatever group chats and communities they're part of, they're usually very, very respected, and they should be respected because they have proven their results. They have proven their skill with the results they are getting. The thing is, after a while, deacons start giving, at least some of the deacons start giving less advice because they realize that the questions people ask are always the same and they just get tired of talking about the same stuff. So most likely they will answer questions that are really, really good and haven't been asked before, but not questions that have been answered in 5 videos and 5 podcast episodes before. And one of the greatest things I would say about deacons is that deacons have become just, it's part of who they are. Daygame and seduction and talking to people and girls, it's just who they are. They have stepped outside of the norms of the boxes of Daygame, because to get to the baby Casanova level, you have to be really, really good at structured Daygame. But to get to the Deacon level, you kind of have to understand how to leave a lot of that behind and just, you just become one with it just becomes a part of you. I'm not going to point out any mistakes deacons are making, because if they are making mistakes, they most likely know about those mistakes, and they are great daygamers. I don't think they deserve any mistakes to be pointed out. But let's talk about tips that I think I can still give to good daygamers that are the level of deacon. And the first tip I want to give, and this is the number one tip, this is a big tip for deacons, because most guys in the world are dreaming for the level of abundance that deacons have. Having all these options with girls and young and hot and interesting and smart and intelligent and beautiful and everything else. But then once you get there, once you have these crazy adventures, once you have had these crazy adventures and crazy lays, I think it's time to ask, what else do you want in your life? Because it was the big thing that you were striving for all of this time, probably a year or more to get to that level. Yeah, probably like 2 years or more. The new world opens up in front of you, and the question is, well, if I could do this, what else can I do in my life? And I think that's the number one most important thing that deacons should think about to kind of break out of this world of Daygame and actually reach some other goals in life, because you've achieved Daygame. The second tip is, experiment with mini relationships. When you have a regular for a longer time, remember that it's 2 people in this arrangement, whatever it is, and you don't always have to keep your frame 100% and be this strong alpha, yeah. Just have some fun. If you are traveling a lot, going to different places, and let's say you are in a city for a few months, like find some chicks there, and you will probably like one of them more than the others, and spend some more time with her. Maybe go to another city with her, and see how the dynamics of something more than just sleeping with someone, just having them as a regular are. And maybe that will teach you some other things about dating and will help you also in your Daygame afterwards. Deacons are going on Daygame trips. Every deacon I know is going on Daygame trips, but the one tip I can give to the deacons is, well, once you are at that level, well, stop going to places where everyone else is going. Like, why are you going to Prague? Why are you going to Warsaw and Krakow? Why are you going to London? And why are you going to Budapest? Like, everyone is going there. Everyone has been there. It's always full with daygamers. You are a really good daygamer. You can probably get results in some wonderful, interesting places that other people don't go to. Honestly, the hottest, most amazing girls I've met through Daygame have been in places that normally Daygamers don't even know about those cities, but those are the cities where I like to go with my Daygame coaching students. I like to take into places that they don't know about those places. Like there are some cities that are like on a map of Daygame travel destinations, but they're overgamed. So I like to go to places that other people don't go to. Usually the quality is next level, the game is so much easier, it's incredible. It's a whole different experience. And talking about that, I think if you wanna keep pursuing this hobby and go to more and more interesting places, I would say, and remember we're talking about deacons, we're talking about guys that have been obsessed with Daygame for a long time. I would say learn some more languages. If you want to explore Eastern Europe, then you will probably need Russian. If you want to explore Latin America, and there are some incredible destinations in Latin America where almost no daygamers or no daygamers have been before, you will need Spanish to go there. So I would say learn Spanish or Russian, whatever part of the world you like better. Honestly, right now, I've been learning Spanish for maybe 6 months with a teacher, maybe less, and I did like an audio course before. I can day game, go on dates, and get laid completely in Spanish. My Spanish is terrible, but you don't need good language skills to get results in day game once you are Deacon level. So that's my last tip for Deacons. And if you want to chat or ask some questions to baby Casanovas and Deacons in our community, then we have a group chat of around 300 guys from all over the world. You can go to my website, strobert.blog, join the mailing list, and in the welcome email there will be an invitation link to join our chat on the Telegram application. If you realize that you are in the beginning phases of your day game journey, maybe you are the inspired day gamer or the obsessed day gamer, and you want to get to that baby Casanova and Deacon level, you want to get to those 8 or 10 lays or however many, but you need more technical knowledge, then go to my YouTube channel and search for the Structured Natural Approach video series, where I explain everything you need to know about technical day games, starting from how to stop her the right way, how to make sure she doesn't just say, oh yeah, I gotta go, I'm late for meeting friends, how to make her interested to stay, etc. Like everything else you need to know in a day game set. But if you are already getting numbers, but you are struggling with texting and struggling what to do on dates, then I have several free online courses on dating and texting at daygamecourses.com. And in a few days, I am going to Colombia, where I will be for a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm heading back to Europe, maybe via US, maybe straight to Europe. And if you want to work with me in Colombia, USA, or Europe, then click on the link in the description. You will find everything you need to know about how the coaching happens. I've wrote down everything in a long description. Read that, and if you are interested to finding out more, I'll send you all the details. Just fill the form at the bottom of the page, and in a day I will get back to you with everything you need to know. Guys, thank you for listening to this podcast episode, and see you in the next one. Ciao.